loving for him, I'ma make it happen. Now my dreams reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got what should be a good one between the Miami Dolphins and the Washington Redskins. With that, let's get on up to FedEx Field near Washington. Standing by for the call of this one, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. A few minutes ago, it sounded like the 4th of July on the National Mall as the hometown Redskins were introduced to this sold-out crowd. They are set to go as their guys will match up with the Miami Dolphins. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from FedEx Field. This one taken from the 7. And he will take this one all the way back inside the 35-yard line.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Haskins. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 31 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Walking into the stadium, we saw a ton of people donning the jerseys of this rookie quarterback, so you know they love that opening drive, and he throws a touchdown pass.
He gave a little bit of confirmation about what they had hoped, right? Because they thought they had a quarterback. They're thinking they have a quarterback. You do this, they believe they've got a quarterback. Look up, elbowing each other up at the stands. That's our guy.
And we can break that scoring drive down pretty easily. One play, long touchdown pass into the end zone. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. Leading them out is going to be their quarterback. That's the grizzled vet, Ryan Fitzpatrick.
One thing that I think Ryan Fitzpatrick doesn't get enough credit for is his toughness. This is a guy who plays through injuries, but it's also being mentally tough, knowing that everyone's always trying to move him out of the lineup, trying to find a replacement for him, yet he continues to battle and has earned the total respect of his teammates.
On 1st and 10, Fitzpatrick. Looking and finding Allen Hurns. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
One of the selling points of the in route is against the quarterback, a really nice sight line to his receiver, and almost on a direct shot, able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
On 1st down, Laird. The tackle by Cole Holcomb. Time to feature the offensive starters and our first chance to get a look at Parker.
Devontae Parker came out of Louisville with a guy who was known as a mature receiver. Runs routes really well, but the best part of his game, he'll jump over you at the end of a route and go get the football.
On second down now, Laird. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. And here's the Redskin defense.
Landon Collins is built like your typical tackle-first safety, but he does have the ability to play the deep part of the field.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Fitzpatrick. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Give him 32 on the play.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Parker unable to get that one, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up...
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Ryan Anderson came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Here's 3rd and goal now, back at the 11. Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. And this is caught by Parker for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker there to make the grab as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
Fitzpatrick's pass complete to Devontae Parker. Touchdown, Miami.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. These two teams all tied after one. From midfield now, Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. The throw by Haskins complete to McLaurin, and he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
This one complete to Kelvin Harmon. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 26. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run for it with Peterson. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Redskin touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Redskins have taken the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
So the drive there took 6 plays, and it's capped off by a touchdown run by Adrian Peterson. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Miami's offense takes the field again. You think about their 2019 season, it might be the rare overachieving 5-11 label that you give them. You know, you look at it, everybody...
How do you overachieve at 5-11?
Because look at what they were dealing with, and then they kind of cleared the cupboard, but ended up getting 5 wins, including the one that kept New England from getting a first-round bye in Week 17.
I like the case you just made. You brought me over to the other side on that. Actually, I was just busting your chops. I'm absolutely with you on that. That is an overachieving 5-11 team. If you looked at that roster at the beginning of the season and even throughout and said to yourself, where are the wins coming from? You might have gotten to 3 if you stretched it. I give Brian Flores and his staff a ton of credit for continuing to compete, and now I'm eager to see what they do with the number 5 pick in the NFL draft. Is it going to be a quarterback? Because Ryan Fitzpatrick did it again with Fitzmagic down the stretch beating New England. Do you bring in a guy that you can groom and let Fitzpatrick continue to be your QB?
Well, to the point about quarterbacks, and they were 27th in offense, but actually they threw the ball okay. They finished 12th in passing.
Devontae Parker, a breakout season at wide receiver.
You got a young quarterback. You know, maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
Fitzpatrick's pass, intended for Allen Hurns, incomplete.
So the ref makes a call. No touchdown there. Wipe it off the board. Second down, looking to throw. Fitzpatrick. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. The reception good for 7. It's third down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
To throw is Fitzpatrick. And this is caught by Parker for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker with his second touchdown here in this first half, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am going ahead and tapping out the first half.
Well,
there's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, whether they want to let their return guy touch it.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Well, as they come out here to set up shop for this next drive, let's talk about the NFC Championship game coming up. San Francisco hosting Green Bay. It was the road teams winning in the wild card round, Seattle, Minnesota, but the home teams bounced back in the divisional round. 49ers beating the Vikings, and the Pack beating Seattle in Lambeau. So sets up a great NFC Championship game.
And a rematch of their regular season meeting that San Francisco.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Washington. Jeremy Sprinkle, 75 yards, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. Remember, is it a straight line 75 yards too? Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This is taken at the 3. Now we'll see what the big tight end Mike Gesicki and the rest of the offense has in store. And as we look at his highlights, you know, sometimes I've asked you schematically, how do you stop one player? Well, how do you stop a tight end like this without opening up other holes, partner?
You show your basic defenses, whether you're playing the 3-deep zone, the 2-deep zone, but you have your variations underneath it. So sometimes instead of the safety staying deep, the safety will drop down. A sky coverage, they call that. Sometimes the corner's responsible. You get a little, what they call a cloud, someone coming underneath. Sometimes the linebacker shows the ability to rush the passer and instead drops down and tries to get underneath the tight end as he tries to run routes. So many different things you can do from basic sets.
Trying to prevent those highlights we saw. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Fitzpatrick. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. First down, Fitzpatrick. And he's got it. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devontae Parker in the final seconds of the first half, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far and fun to watch. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot downfield. Nope. Guarantee the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game will just start all over.
Now it's Haskins. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And it's knocked away. And incomplete. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. But they are all even to this point. So to see if either side can pull away, let's get you right back out to Brandon and Charles for the start of the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Getting set to go again on offense. Here's Devontae Parker now. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him, bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. They'll run on first down. Laird, and he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, chill. Check 53's life.
From the 30 on second down, Fitzpatrick. Hearns brings it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. On first down, Laird. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll run now with Gaskin. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give them a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Here's Matt Hawk now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And they won't try and pooch it. It's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. Well, CD, with the end of the season comes the announcement of the All-Pro team, and everybody was like, wait a second, Christian McCaffrey's listed twice. Is that a mistake? No, he got it both at running back and flex. Pretty impressive.
Very impressive, because I think a lot of people thought that if you have a running back and a flex position, that maybe Christian McCaffrey would go into the flex because he catches the ball so well. And you would go ahead and elevate the big guy out of Tennessee, Derrick Henry, to the All-Pro running back. Henry ends up being a second-team guy, but McCaffrey deserves being first-team running back as well as first-team flex. He had a tremendous, spectacular year.
And as you might imagine, Baltimore leads the way. 5 players named to the All-Pro selection. Of course, leading the way for them, the quarterback Lamar Jackson.
Yes, and rightly so. And I fully expect him to be named the MVP when we get to NFL honors right before the Super Bowl. He's going to sweep all of those, and he deserves it. Carried that team throughout the season and got better in their bigger games.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 18. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go. Henry. Push him back. Push him back.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. Got an open man, it's Harmon. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Here's Haskins to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Sprinkle. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. To throw again on 2nd down. Fitzpatrick. This is caught by Hearns. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's back to throw. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one goes for 24 yards. He has been terrific today, hasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. Running flawless 2-minute drill right here. This has been quarterbacking 101 with a flourish.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mike Gesicki, and that'll bring up 2nd down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Hey, color.
Here's Fitzpatrick. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. The screen does get him 9, but it also brings up a 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
On 4th down, they'll try and run. For it. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Redskins defense going to take over on the turnover on downs. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They run, Peterson. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. The Redskins, they can smell victory now. They take a knee. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Haskins down to a knee. And his guys about to come away victorious.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road. But there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd of applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Redskins as we say so long from FedEx Field.